Hey y'all. So we kind of put off our somebody left the gate open because it got cold again. That's something that we don't like here in Florida too much. We are over at Fun Spot America, Kissimmee, and I don't think we're going to do any rides today, but we are going to go to a place called Old Town, which is a bunch of shops and things that you can walk around. It's spring break right now, so lines are long even in parks that are outside of Disney and Universal. So we're going to go check that out and see what that's all about. We've not ever been here or over there, but I tell you what, I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to give you a little POV of what it looks like here. It looks like some really fun stuff, and we will certainly be back. I see a coaster called Galaxy Spin that really is reminiscent of Primeval World that got taken out of Animal Kingdom several years ago. It was one of my favorite fun rides. It spins as it goes up and down, and we'll check that out probably on the way out, but I'll give you a little POV of what it looks like. Hang in there. So from the side that's over by Old Town, you can see that there is a big go-kart track. There's actually two of these. One is called Vortex and one is called Chaos. There's also one of the things that spins you around and plays music, but this is home to one of the tallest sky coasters, and I will never be doing that because that thing takes you from there and it drops you and you go all the way over there. But in the meantime, they got a coaster called Mind Blower, and that thing's getting ready to go, and it kind of looks like Twisted Timbers at Kings Dominion in Virginia. Hang on one second, we're gonna watch them. This thing looks like so much fun. It makes all kinds of whistling crazy noise when it goes down. Next time we come, I'm definitely doing this. Wooden coaster right upside down. That's right up my alley. I love wooden roller coasters. I grew up riding those things, and I tell you what, I miss them. But when you get to be almost 55, it kind of hurts a little bit. So I'll be sure I take some Tylenol if I do all that. They've got some little rides that are like swings that are eagles, and I think that one's called Screaming Eagle, and you get on it and you turn those back and forth, and when you do that they kind of spin you sideways or wherever they're going to go. This thing right here is called Up and Overboard. It's my first time here, so I don't know all the rides. That thing looks like fun if you're a fan of, you know, spinning in circles and going upside down and hanging there for a minute. Not on my list, but maybe somebody else that goes with us might want to do that. We'll find out. But for right now, we're going to go check out Old Town. Who doesn't love one of those, though? Alright, how cool is this archway that you're going to walk underneath of? It's like an old Wurlitzer jukebox. And I just noticed something that I'm always into. Is they have car shows here. It's showing Saturday night cruisers of the month, and it's showing Friday night cruisers of the month, and this is from 2006 to 2025, but obviously they must have Friday night muscle car cruisers, and then they have a memorial over here in honor of past cruisers, which is phenomenal. But this is something I absolutely love. I miss checking out all the old car shows. If you don't know, I have a 1972 Cutlass Supreme. She needs a little bit of work, but once she gets going again, we'll have her on here too. So there's a place called Shooting Alley. It's pretty cool. It says only at Old Town, and I missed the one from Disney, but that surely looks like Tow Mater, doesn't it? These things are always so much fun. So something I noticed on this really pretty fountain is it says fountain donations benefit Old Town Cruiser charity events. So if you make a wish, you're actually wishing and you're actually giving something to charity. How sweet is that? So there is a tattoo company down here called Ink Spot Tattoo and Piercing. I tried to get Dennis to go in there and get his tongue pierced or, you know, something like that. He ain't having it. So there's a place called Faux Paws Dog Shop. I don't know, we might go in here and check them out, see what they got. They have some really cute stuff in here, and I found some stuff with my dog's name on it. Hang on a second. Oh, look. It says I love Birdie. And then this one says I love Buck. Of course it's Bucky, but, you know, I can take this home and add a Y on the end of that, but I'm totally getting these. I'm not even kidding you guys. There is literally an electric chair guy over here in this deal across the street. It says only $1 to make him holler. Viewer discretion is advised. Watch him sizzle. It is literally an electric chair thing. I remember seeing one of those when I was a kid. I'm starting to wonder, did they get this from wherever it was? I saw it. I don't remember where it was at, but oh my goodness, I can tell you right now, it was crazy. But the dude like flips all out when they do it. It's really not something that I want to put $1 in and show it. It's pretty crazy, but I remember this as a kid and it gave me trauma. So we won't be doing that. I just realized that's what that was over there. I remember as a child, we would come down and we would go, my dad liked every tourist trap. So did my mom. And we would go see all this stuff and they would have things like that and, you know, the fortune teller stuff and all those different things. But that thing back there is, I'm telling you, I know what's going to happen if I do it, but I'm not doing that. Oh my goodness, you guys, they have dream catchers and crystals at this shop. I'm going to have to go inside of there. Definitely my kind of vibe in here. There's all kinds of different things in here. There's all kinds of different, look at this. How pretty. I just literally don't even know what to think about it. This is wild. And it smells so wonderful. It smells like patchouli in here. That's my my kind of vibe. Look at all the tumbled stones. My goodness gracious. These are amazing. Look at all these. All the rune pendants. $6.95. Buy two, get one free. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at all these wood carvings. I am about to take some of this stuff home with me. I'll show it to you when I get there. Who in the world doesn't want to ride one of these? That's one of my favorite things when I was a kid, was to get on one of those and hope that it got stuck and just kept spinning. Funny story though. Me and my friend Tammy at a fair one time in Virginia, we got on a tilt-a-whirl like that, and we had her grandson Anthony on it, and he was little. He's still little. I think he's only 7 now. He was really little. Anyway, it started spinning and we started laughing, and Anthony's head was pinned back and all he could do was go, ah. He was laughing the whole time, but all he could do was go, ah. He couldn't pick his head up. That thing started to spin with us, and it spun and it spun and it spun. It was one of the ones that it just catches on the right time when it goes down the hill and it takes off, and it just spun us until we were dizzy. I can't even imagine how he felt, but it was so hilarious. We were holding him inside of it. Not that he was going to come out or anything, but it was so funny. We thought he was going to get so dizzy he would maybe fall over. And so at that point we were like, well, we hope it slows down a little bit. He had so much fun that day though. We had a blast at that fair. I miss doing things like that with my friends. You know, being down here in Florida, I haven't really met a whole lot of people. I mean, I know some people, but you know, not anybody that I really go hang out with. So there's that. I need to work on that though. Okay, so if you're into anime, they have a whole anime shop here. Okay, so if you're into moonshine, they have taste testings, souvenirs, moonshine distilling, cocktails to go. Ma's Mountain Moonshine, a family spirit. Okay, I'm gonna show you this guy up front. Hopefully he doesn't slam on anything. Look. And that's why we aren't even gonna do this. Okay, we got a whole arcade going on in here, and they got a Walking Dead game in here, imagine that, and some skee ball. I love me some skee ball. And they got an Esmeralda, she can tell your fortune. Now if you fancy a pedicure, you can go in here. I don't know if it's Gara or Gara. Anyway, this is the spa where you can go in and have the fish exfoliate your feet. Which, I mean, fish gotta eat too. But, ugh, that's kind of gross. Dennis said if they get on his feet, a whole carp might have to come out and get on his foot. But you know, I mean, honestly, if they got on his feet, they would probably gag. Okay, so here is Mortem Manor. This is a walk-through haunted house. This is something that has been on several TV shows. And from what I remember, I think that you have to sign a waiver to walk through there, but it was voted one of the scariest attractions in America. So if you come down and you're looking for that place, this is the place that you need to come to, is Old Town, right by Kissimmee Fun Spot. It's kind of, they're adjacent, connected, and this is where you need to be. It is right across from As Seen on TV. You can't miss it, but I think it might be something we might do at some point, maybe closer to Halloween. Okay, just because I want to ride this so bad, and we can't do it today, but here is the little galaxy spin thing. Listen to that clickety clacking going on. I miss that on Primeval World. It was so fun. They spin and they hit the corners really fast. These things are so fun. I miss that one so bad, I'm not even kidding. We used to ride it over and over and over if the line was short enough. But here they go. Kind of makes you go, when you get around that corner. I feel like you're gonna fall off the track. But you know what? That's the fun part. This little thing is cooking through here. This right when it comes through here, this is great. Oh, I'm so doing that the next time we come over. Okay, so we've walked around Old Town and checked out some shops. Some shops we could show you a little something in, some we couldn't. Mostly because there's a whole lot of music playing in the background of the shops and stuff, and I don't need a copyright. I don't want that at all. We're gonna take off and go grab my mother-in-law. I think we're gonna have some dinner somewhere. And then when I get home, I'm gonna show you what I picked up today. I got some really cute stuff. It was a whole lot of fun. I really want to get on this roller coaster. But the line is just crazy long for tickets today. So we're gonna have to get here one day really early and see if we can do that. Maybe next week, maybe next week, we'll see. Okay, so we made it back home and we went to several shops today, and like I said, you know, I had to watch out for like copyright stuff. They have a lot of oldies music playing over at Old Town. Not that that's a bad thing. I love oldies music. 50s and 60s music is great, still is. I love my 80s, 90s, you know, 2000s, that type of thing, but I do love my old 50s music. So the place that we went in first, that I was talking about with all the minerals and stuff, that is called Black Market Minerals. And I was talking about the wood features that they had in there. I can't wait to show you guys this. This is so beautiful. I got this. Look at the detail on this. Look at the hibiscus flowers. Isn't it pretty? This is beautiful. I absolutely love it. It is. This is gorgeous. I got this for $25 in there. Something else I got, and I was so excited to get it. I can't even tell you how excited I was. Hang on. This is how you know the Disney nut in me saw this thing straight away. Okay. Not that this isn't, you know, Polynesian folklore, but I found Maui's hook, and it's got a stingray on it. So, like in Moana, where the sweet little grandmother, she turns into the big ray after she passes, and she's so pretty and purple, and she comes to see her. This was $23.99. these are beautiful pieces. Look at the carvings in them. Look at how beautiful this is. I love this. I love this. I'm gonna put those up on my wall. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in my living room. I may put it in my foyer where we have a big built-in desk. And then we went into a different place, and they had t-shirts. And this is, the brand of them is called Mystic, and a lot of the places, there were different shops today. But I got this, which of course is, you know, be kind on it, which I love, because you gotta be kind. You always have to be kind. Pardon my allergies. There's a lot of pollen going on in Florida right now. And then I got this one, and I've been trying to find this one for, you know, it's online, but I love Stevie Nicks. I love Stevie Nicks. She is phenomenal. The Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend, Stevie Nicks. I love this shirt. I had seen it online, but then I saw it in the shops. And you know, that way you can hold it up and check out your size. I really enjoyed walking around today and checking out everything over there. I'm literally licking my lips. It's been so windy today and my lips are just chapped. It was so cold this morning. Maybe not cold for everyone else, but it was cold for us down here. But the wind itself, when it's cold, it literally just puts a hurting on me with chapped lips. And, you know, between the sun and then the wind and all these different things, and it just lets me have it. So I always try to make sure I keep that chapstick going. Today was really fun. They had an A&W root beer store there where they made all kinds of different floats, and it looked phenomenal. That haunted, or not haunted mansion, but was it Mortem Mansion? That thing has been on all kinds of different TV shows on Travel Channel and other places. And I'm going to tell you, if you look up any YouTube videos on it, just you could put in haunted house, Kissimmee, Florida, and I'm sure it will come up, and you can probably see some of the features that they have in there. I do believe that people have to sign a waiver before they go into that one. It was terribly scary the last time I looked at anything that had to do with it. So that is there, and that is probably something we will do, like I said, closer to Halloween. We are going to go back on a day when it is not spring break and go check out Fun Spot and ride some of the rides. I totally want to ride the wooden roller coaster. I don't know if I'm going to get Dennis on it or not. He might ride it, but he probably will scream. But we'll see. And how about that spa for your feet where the fish would just exfoliate your feet for you? I don't know if I could sit there and let that happen. I mean, I know when you're in the lake and things like that, you know, I grew up going over to the lake, Lake Anna, Virginia, and of course fish are going to nibble on you. But to put your feet in something and have them actually just, you know, 20, 30 of them just, woo, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. I don't know what I would think about that. I really don't. I think it's kind of weird. I was just teasing earlier about Dennis's feet. The fish wouldn't gag. They'd probably have a whole golden corral if they went over there. You know how men are. Some men like to have their feet done. Some men don't. And he's one of the men that just doesn't. But guys, if you're listening, we like it when you get your feet done. We think it's great. I mean, you don't have to paint your toenails, but you can if you want. I wouldn't have that wouldn't confront me. I would love that. Okay, so we had dinner at Texas Roadhouse. What else did we do? Drove through a whole bunch of traffic on the turnpike. It is by no means the traffic that we had in Virginia. The traffic we had in Virginia was atrocious, and it made it hard to go anywhere. you know, down here with all these theme parks that are world renowned, you would think it would be different. But honestly, it's the traffic is far worse in Virginia. A lot of people around our area say, "Oh, the traffic is so bad," and we just laugh about it because, you know, we've been down here for 18 months or so, and we don't find the traffic to be that way. You can hear the turnpike running, you know, people running on the turnpike behind my house. It's a ways, but of course, you know, things echo through, and this is a very hilly area. You know, mountainous used to be orange groves. And one of the things I was thinking about that we might do is we might go over to what's called the Citrus Tower. The Citrus Tower was where you could go up and observe all of the citrus groves. And now, of course, the citrus groves aren't around, but you have one heck of a view from up there. You can see lakes and all kinds of things. And it's a beautiful view. I've seen pictures from up there, but I have not been up there. I think it's 211 feet. Of course, I am not a huge fan of heights, but I think I would be okay if I went up there. But we'll see. So, with all that being said, listen, be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Love everybody. Shine, baby, shine. Live big. Live so big and so bright that other people have to put on shades just because they just can't stand to look at your brightness. And sometimes there are people that are like that, but just tell them to throw some sunglasses on and they'll be okay. Listen, you're handsome. You're beautiful. You're worthy. You're so, so worthy. And you're so loved. And you know what? I love you. Okay. Bye.